A lady on Twitter, rather X, says that men will literally choose a shy, polite, gentle woman with no achievements physically over an arrogant, career-focused woman. Do you agree? You can join the conversation by calling us on 0810-764-1679, or you can tweet to us, or even go into YouTube, where we're streaming right now, and join the conversation. To better break down this, we are having someone else join us to enjoy this conversation, make it more rich. She's a relationship and emotional therapist. Our expertise lie in equipping couples and individuals with necessary tools to navigate life's challenges, foster growth, and cultivate tranquility. Welcome with us, Oluwadamilola Mayowa Eric Ojo, with your full name. So, please, clap for our...
I'm clapping for myself,
yes,
actually.
Clap for yourself.
And I have a namesake here, so I'm so excited.
Let's sit together.
Yeah, that's nice.
With the same
Wow, yeah, that's it. Yes, that's it.
So, generally, when this lady wrote this thing, in my mind, I wanted to just go at her. Why did she have to label the career-focused person arrogant, and then why did she label the quiet, humble, shy and humble person as no achievements? Because it doesn't necessarily follow those two lines. But here's the first question: do you believe that men will pick a quiet, shy person above a high achiever, high-flying woman?
Okay, honestly, men pick what they want. It varies for different men. For people that pick, they want emotional stability, or they just want to be, they don't want any wahala, they'll probably go for that. They're comfortable with that. But with someone with no achievement, it's like a no-no. How can you go for someone that doesn't have any achievement? And on the other hand, we have some men whereby they want women who are career-driven because they need someone that would challenge.
Not compete.
Yes. Some even need competitive. Some need support. Some need competitive. They need that competition whereby it pushes them. Okay, she's getting to me. Let me
move ahead. Let me go
ahead. So some men like that.
Okay.
Yes, it depends on what individual wants, right? But most times, people that come out and say this is insecurity. Honestly, is insecurity, and they have issues with their emotions. So their emotions is really not...
with a grain of salt. Nyma, what was your opinion when you saw this tweet as a learned, our only learned colleague on the show today?
You know, I just know that men want what they want, and it varies per time. So what they want in 2009 might change in 2015.
Yes.
Yes, because I remember when my husband met me, he kept saying, no, I like your ambitious nature, I like your vibrancy, I like your clinical. When my vibrancy now turned to, I miss your...
Turn it down. Right? I miss the first Nyma.
Yeah, I miss the first. So it really doesn't, it's not locked in anybody's scripts the way she wrote it. And you know, there's, just as you said, there's no box in any particular kind of person around the achievement. You know, we have very achieving women who are extremely calm, collected, demure abikilorins. You know, and they are like that. But when you see the profile, oh my goodness, you'll be more than intimidated. And they cannot even shout. Whereas the ones that are shouting, that they are just there gathering the certificates, no real achievement, except, you know, what they spend money for. Because a friend of mine loved this girl so much. He married her. She said, oh, no, I'm a PhD student. Only to find out that she had not even done masters. He started funding it that, okay, she has ambition. She have added the masters. She's now doing the PhD. She have almost added the PhD. But she has never worked. No work experience, nothing, really. But if that's what you call an achievement, plenty
the books are high.
Yeah.
You know, if you want a woman who has a business, who did not even have those PhD and masters, but she had a business. I had one who had a business. She had started hairdressing early, and now she has a huge salon. She knows the business of hairdressing, but she knows to go school, pass her WAEC. She traded, learnt the trade, and learnt the business of job. She knows how to put the monies aside. She pays her rent, she does her business. So is that what you're looking for? If you want book, a day. If you want skill, a day. You want business. Achievement vary. Choose the one you want. If plenty where. You know, different women and what they call goals and what you want as a goal.
man.
And I have one that I like to align with whenever it suits me, because if not beside I go school, I'll just have been a good mom. You know? Yeah. She does it well. She does it well. I regretted not finishing skill with a friend of mine. I hope she's watching. But when she finished learning skill, she started tailoring. She thought, okay, I'll do this business as a tailor after graduating from Delsu. So she went into the business and she started learning it. While she was learning, I was struggling to finish diploma in law and I want her to be a lawyer. This, my friend, finished that, finished her tailoring, and then UBA called. And then she got employed. So she has that skill on one side. The business is blooming on one side. She's doing the corporate life on one side. She moved from there to another bank. She's using the money. And I'm there. That time I used to help her to tie the end of all her, because she used to do these hair ruffles. We'll finish it for her. We'll pack it. When she's going to supply the women, I'll be following her. She's my best friend. I'll be following her, but I did not jump and do that thing then. So now I'm looking at her and looking at all the skills she's with. Which achievements do you want?
So, Ramatu, I want to come to you because there's a general conception, this general idea that Northern women are, demure. They are, very gentle, conservative. They are very conservative. They don't talk. They put water in their mouth.
They don't like work.
They can hold the water in for you for 7 days. They will not say anything. And Mariam was like, that's what they say, but Northern women can talk. I said, I don't understand. So Ramatu, please educate us.
Yes.
Because it seems what Nigerian men like is the way those Northern women are, that they will just keep quiet and,
modest.
No, but to be sincere, we are quiet to a large extent. And, we believe that our husbands are our leaders, they are our kings. So we try to obey everything that they say and all of that. But you know that... most of us are not school like that. So, but the little that some of us that are educated, we're able to, sometimes we just have a way of talking and bringing out ourselves in a way that is it's quiet and, but there are some of us that really talk. They are like, for example, like, who will I even use as an example? Some of us really talk. We talk out and we say our minds and, but not, yes, but we are always quite respectful and we just, yeah.
So it's not like do you feel it's a cultural thing or?
Yeah, it's a cultural thing. Once you're supposed to be shy, you're not supposed to come out openly and you have to be outspoken and all. You just feel like this one is just loud and everything. But once you are quiet, and those are qualities, characteristics that they look out in women.
So those ones get married faster,
Get married faster.
Damn me. Nobody can accuse you of being quiet. Lie. It's impossible. Nobody can accuse you of being, I'm not ambitious, is a lie.
It's not my accusation. No, it's not my own.
But when you saw this tweet that was released, what was your first thought? And did you agree with it? Do you feel it was misleading, or do you feel it was judgmental or generalizing? What was your opinion?
My first opinion or my first thought was that the adjective, the qualifying word of arrogance. I was talking about it in my house yesterday, and I said it means that this writer had a particular person in mind she was targeting. There must be somebody in that picture who has shown that arrogance for career-focused women, because we have them all over, scattered all around the nation, scattered all around the place. And when you hear the backstory, you find out that, even some people look at me. I've heard it like over 2-3 times that I look unapproachable. I'm like Amy. That finish me.
The same, because
Do you understand?
people say
that you look, your first look is like, if I approach this lady, she might. Yes, as much as I have a boundary, you cannot. If you cross that boundary, my dear, it's like you want to ask for anyhow. So you will see anyhow. So don't just cross it. But when a woman is saying women who are career focused, they are arrogant, it just tells me that she has a particular target. It's not to be generalized. Maybe she would have helped us by just putting over Funke, who is an arrogant career focused woman. It will help us trickle it down. Yes. But like Nyma said, men want what they want. I remember my first serious relationship, or one of the very first serious relationship that I had for over 2 years. What he constantly said was, I want an outspoken woman. I know I'm a shy person. I want a woman who is there. But at the end of the day, he saw me on TV 12 years back. But after like 2 years, he couldn't cope no longer, because I would always put it on the table that I will leave any man at any point when he begins to tamper with my job. it's just sacrosanct for me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I can't, because I learned from my dad that there are 4 stages in life. You, yourself. The job that feeds you. Then your child. Because apparently when you can't feed the child, even the child will begin to question why you brought them to the world. Then any other supporting striker, maybe your extended parents and families. So when you live with this, at a certain point, you'll be able to decipher, okay, what do I want to go for? Even as a woman, we know what we want now.
Yeah.
Is it everything we find in a man that we want, hook, line, and sinker? So we wait, okay, because he's not doing a white-collar job or because he does not have a 9-to-5 job, but he has a booming business, you tend to always bend. And that's what relationship is about. But when you are bringing this cast in stone, over-arrogant focus, my dear, tell us the person you're talking to.
Exactly.
Go straight to the point.
So, but when Dami Erikojo, let me...
So we can distinguish.
Yes. When Dami Erikojo came up with the idea of insecurity, it was like a bang for me. Like,
it was a spark.
Yes. Because there's some people, when they talk, you can smell their insecurity.
Yes.
You can smell that maybe a lady would come out and say this because maybe she's had some bad relationships and she's thinking the reason she's had those bad relationships is because she is very outspoken.
Right.
So she's beginning to question her person because she feels that her person is the reason she hasn't had a relationship.
Right.
So I'm sure somebody like that is watching our show right now and is saying that I've gone through a few relationships and all the men say I talk too much, I'm too ambitious, I like money too much, I'm always jumping about business. Maybe I need to change my person so that I can find a man that will marry me. Help us deal with the insecurity of that women go through in trying to get married.
Okay, I would first say that you don't have to change your person because over time, once you enter the marriage and at one point in time you bring out that same person, what happens?
They say you have changed.
They say you've changed. So be you in the process of whatever you're doing, right? Make sure that your emotional baggage, we all have emotional baggage, has been checked. You now have emotional, you're not matured emotionally. You have gone through the baggages, you've dumped the ones that are not necessary, you've gone through, yes, and you have yourself. You have self-confidence. Your self-esteem is on point. Then whatever you have, a man that suits that
Will attract.
will come. Don't bend for the other person because at the end, it bonds. It bonds you at the end. Because you might get to a point in life, you need all those things that you have
Dumped.
that you have dumped. For instance, maybe you're an outspoken person. You stop being outspoken and you're not very calm. Now, you need to be on air. You need to be on TV. You need to do that. Then your man is looking at you and saying,
where did all this come from?
please, what's happening? I thought you were reserved. I thought you were this. And what did you want? No, I wasn't though. It's because, no, then everything else scatters. And that's where the problem starts. So be you. Just know what you want for yourself. And look out for that in your partner.
So D-Bob Events said something on YouTube. He said, insecure men will prefer women with no achievements.
Yes, definitely.
See the way you just said it?
Yes,
I wanted to ask if you agree.
No, definitely. That's why that's the reason of that tweet. Yes, because any man that says he wants what he listed in a woman, then he's insecure. And he has issues with his emotions.
Can we see that as knowing yourself? I might not be insecure. I might just know that I cannot handle a woman. I'm a secure man. I know myself. I love myself. But any woman that is going to be too sharpapa and ambitious, I don't want.
I think where the insecurity comes in is those, like she said, the
adjective of arrogance.
Arrogant and the no achievements. Even if you're modest, even if you should have an achievement. Like Nyma said, career. She went for PhD, she went for everything. Someone is going for skill acquisition or something, building up this. So you must have an achievement. You must know what you're aiming at. Exactly.
And to a large extent, I don't even think we should be with such kind of man that doesn't want you to have achievements. Yes, because you can't.
But what if you two are like
no,
that?
if there's a woman that wants, there are some women that want that.
Some women that
they just want.
They call it peace.
Thank you.
There's no peace. They want to be taken care of.
They want to be taken care of. They want to have
being a housewife is also a job.
They don't know. Now, you know that's
they don't know
that's the most underrated job.
And it's a lot. It's a lot because it drains. Housewife drains mentally
of your hair.
because when you're career driven, you still go out, you see your friends, you're having conversation, and
You have escape.
You've escaped quite well. You've done all that, but housewife.
You know, I
You're
combine
there.
both. And when I get to my office and I tell my secretary 10 minutes, it's to sleep. It's to sleep.
Meditation.
Yeah, it's meditation.
Yeah.
Then I'll put my prayer mats down, I'll pray, and then I'll go for 10 minutes. And nobody dares knock the door. But if I try it at home, 10 minutes.
There's no 10 minutes at all.
No.
Just have a 10 minutes.
Someone is coming to knock your door immediately.
Immediately.
When you say you're tired, mommy, please.
Then when you tell them you don't want, they will stay outside the door. And since they cannot come in for that 10 minutes,
Thank you.
They start humming. Different sounds.
Different sounds.
You start coming and like
so really, I used to do this to my husband deliberately.
Yeah.
Just put the things on the table and say, okay, this weekend, we don't have help. And me, I'm tired. So you will do X and X. If once you state those items, you say, we need a maid in this house. We need a maid.
Yeah.
But when I do it effortlessly, there can be weekends, because I consider it part of my exercise, just starts at 6 a.m. and I'm you're trying. That's the thank you. That's it. So we really...
It healed you now.
But that's an achievement. So I would like some of my friends, sit down. Women in the hijab are really kept women. That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Relax, they will serve you. Husband will buy fuel.
He will even
Car,
bath
he
you.
will fix. Your money for your mom, you will send.
Yes,
The one for your heart, you will pay. Everything will do. A kept woman's
The Nyma
life.
that I know, that is not peace for you.
That's peace. That's peace. That is the new me at this age.
It's the new you right now.
Age, I'm tired.
But is the peace truly peaceful?
All right. So
It's peaceful.
so that we can hear one after the other. I want to pose this particular question because of what Nyma said. Now, Nyma, and I know she's just making jests because, of course, the house responsibility can be a bit overwhelming with the kids at home. So, but what she's making jest of can be somebody's reality. You marry as a very ambitious person. Your husband expects that ambition. You were contributing financially, but you are tired. You want to sit down and be taken care of. And the man does not understand why my very ambitious wife now wants to rest. Or you married as a non-ambitious, my achievement is to be a mother. And after a few years of mothering these 3 or 4 children, you say, my children are in boarding house. What can I say I've been doing? Right. I want to now go into the market space. And your husband now comes up and say, that was not our agreement. Your achievement was to be a good wife and mother, not to now go into the industry and do business. How do we manage the changes that happen based on life? Life happens, change happens. How do we manage it from the perspective of the person changing and from the perspective of the person on the receiving end of the change? How do we manage it?
So most times what happens is if you have always, as couples, if you always have what we call review sessions with your spouse, as things are evolving, you would be having these constant conversations with your spouse. Now, if things like this want to happen, most mistake that we make as individuals in a relationship is we want to dump our opinions that this is what I want, so take it. Meanwhile, that person that you're trying to dump that in already has a kind of lifestyle that suits him or her. He's already comfortable with the way we are going straight. And now you're saying, okay, let's just turn right or let's turn left or whatever angle you want us to turn. So it should be something that they come and sit down. It's not a one-off conversation. It's something that, it's as if I tell my clients most times, you are pitching. I'm telling my husband, okay, I think we should relocate. Or I think we should do this. I think I want to start selling cars. What is my reasons? I'm making him understand these are the reasons. This is what is going to bring. Okay, we don't have the help. These are the things I'll put in place. These are the things we need to put in place. So we join heads together and profile a solution. Then for me to just say, okay, I want to start selling cars. And next one, how do you want us to cope? No maid, no this. How would the children go to school? How would they? You would have known what you're coming to tell your partner. So as you're saying it, okay, this is what I put in place. I'm just, okay, right, this can work. But don't you think that we should add this?
So having open dialogue,
Yes.
that's from the perspective of the person who wants to change. When we return from this commercial break, we will address from the person who did not expect change, and change is now happening. How do you deal with it? Stay with us, we'll be right back.